everything. Lean on me and trust that I've heard.
Welcome everyone to the God Buzz. I am on the other end of 3 week-long retreats, and there were many, 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 many miracles. And I'm so happy to have landed in Lake Chapala, and I'm settling in for just some rest. It's the end of 2022 coming up, so that's huge. And I think a lot of us are going through transitions right now. So let's see if there are any messages that resonate, that want to come through for you right now. What are the messages that you have for us today, Spirit? Whoa, well, we got 3 right off the bat. I'm going to get all the cards today first. We have a change of wind, yin, and mending. Mending is my forgiveness card. I want to pull all the cards out first before I interpret this reading. They are just flying out, y'all. Passage. You know it. Not those, too many. They're flying out, just a flying. There are some messages for us today. I can feel it. What else you got, Spirit? Okay. Transmutation. One more, please. One more. I see it. Freedom! Freedom! Oh, freedom! Oh, freedom! All right, let's pull some tarot, and then I'll see what the story is. What's the story, Spirit? What are the messages that want to come through for us today? We got 6 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, the Wheel, the Page of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and underneath the deck we have the most beautiful card in the deck, the Star. Healing, healing, healing is present. It's beautiful and it's rich with miracles. Our eyes are focused on the light, on heaven. So we start out with a change in the wind, which is it's a 12, which is a 3, which represents that foundations have been laid and that you're ready for this change. So a change in the wind that goes with passage, and I do call that my rite of passage card. So, you're changing. You've been through a rite of passage. And you have this card that represents leaving someplace that has been challenging. This is the 6 of Swords. It means moving away from stormy waters and into calm waters. With the change in the wind, this does say that there's probably and most likely even a physical move, but mainly it's that the mind has changed. It's been through a rite of passage. And with the 10 of Pentacles, it feels like this change has really changed your ideas and thoughts about what happiness is for you. This is the traditional happiness. The card represents having family, children, pets, play, dancing, laughter, even inheritance and wealth, abundance. the happy dream. But I can see from these cards that you've been through a rite of passage. You have changed some way you are thinking. Your beliefs have changed. Your mind has changed. There's a change in the wind, moving away from challenges and into joy. And the joy is going to be and look different for every single person here. But in your energy right now, there is a softening. You have softened. That's what this yen card represents. The pink represents the softness. And also in your energy was that healing card. So, you know, because of your softening, you have allowed this healing to happen and this transmutation, which is the phoenix rising from the flames. So you have been through a rite of passage, moved away from an area of conflict in your life. You've transmuted these energies of conflict. And what's happened is that the healing that you've allowed into your mind and into your life has caused this wheel to turn. And you're now on top of this wheel that turns. It's the cycles of life. You know, we seem to go through good and bad times, but they're all perfect because they're lessons for our evolution. Our mind is transforming, and we are learning more and more that we are eternal. You know, we are the light, that only love is real. And you are getting an idea of what that truly means to experience that. So you're on top of this wheel of fortune that is turning good and bad, you know, endings and beginnings, but you're on the top with a bird's eye view, knowing that there's no endings, no beginnings, no good nor bad, that we're in a schoolroom learning and our mind is evolving into the realization of who we truly are eternally, which is love, peace, and joy. That's what this healing card represents. The star does represent healing. What I have here is very beautiful. You have the mending card with the freedom card. So mending, this represents forgiveness. These are children playing. This represents the past, an entire lifetime of love that has turned into loss at times and sadness. There is a forgiveness of the entire past up until this moment. And because of that, you're able to let the past go, which brings freedom. These are major, you know, cards. They're not little cards. They're not talking about like thinking or wishing. What we have is a rite of passage, a phoenix rising from the flame, transmutation, the star energy, which is healing, a change in the wind, which can represent a tower moment. Something in your life changed dramatically and was shocking, surprising, even unexpected. The wheel is turning now to a new cycle, and forgiveness is at the core of all of this. That is what this card means. Mending is forgiveness. It's at the core of this change in you, this change in the wind, this phoenix rising, this rite of passage, this healing. And it brings about the forgiveness that you are allowing into your heart is bringing about this freedom. Eagle, spirit, freedom. Which brings me to the last two cards, which is a new beginning in the material world coming in very, very quickly. The Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Fast forward moving energy, good news, Cupid's arrows. It's the wands of love. Something that you're going to love in the material world that's being given to you by the spirit. This card represents something solid, steady, sturdy that you can depend on because it's been given to you by the spirit. You are balancing your mind. You're balancing whatever has been given to you by the spirit in this physical world. You're in balance with it. It's in alignment with the spirit, with your purpose here in this world as you navigate your healing. So huge energies here. The major arcanas in the tarot deck are these two cards, but I find that all the oracle cards represent something major. Okay, so rite of passage, phoenix rising to freedom, and then the star, the healing, and then to the wheel of fortune. The wheel is turning because of the forgiveness you have allowed in your heart. Soft, loving forgiveness. It's a beautiful thing. Those are the messages I have for you, and I'll see you next time.
You must have forgotten